What are you doing here? Why aren't you at your post?
Well, you told me to.
Never mind. Do you have any news, at least?
Yeah, the American is talking to the girl's boss.
So, he thinks he can move in on my women, huh? Well, my friend, if you ever see him, you may explain things to him.
Explain what?
Use that brute force of yours, you idiot!
Okay, boss.
I truly miss your brother. He was the smart one.
Yeah, I miss him too. Why can't we get him out?
Because I'd probably get arrested too, you moron! That's all Skalnick wants anyways. I have a feeling he will blame me for all these murders. Why am I telling you this? Go back to your post. You see the American? You can rough him up.
Okay, boss.
I better steer clear of the big guy. The scrawny-looking guy was probably Ottokar Kubina. Who can forget that name? Anyways, he was the pimp of the neighborhood. He worked out of this little lingerie shop, which acted as a front, of course. He owned a couple of joints in the district, including the cabaret where Ida used to work. I think he never forgave me for stealing Ida from that dive.
Why, hello there. Nice night for a walk, isn't it?
It's a little too German expressionist for my taste, but I guess one could appreciate it.
Need some company?
You must be Apollina, right?
Yes. You've heard of me.
Do you know Inezka?
Yes. Do you want both of us at the same time?
Do you know where she is?
No, I haven't seen her in a while.
When was the last time you saw her?
Hey, do you want Inezka or me? Are you a cop or something? If so, I'll be very disappointed.
Not exactly. I'm a detective. I was hired by some of your friends.
What friends?
You must know Ida, Milena, and the late Frantiska.
Yes, I do, and they are most certainly not my friends.
And you're not afraid for your own safety?
I have all the protection I need from Roman.
Don't you care that some people you know are dying?
Actually, no. More business for me. We are just whores to the police anyway. Besides, I have all the protection I need from Roman. Now, would you kindly fuck off? You're scaring potential customers away.
Sure, whatever. I like this statue. It reminds me of Ida. In nomine Patris et Filii Spiritus Sancti. This place had the metallic smell of blood and the stench of rotting flesh. This old chapel had been converted into an autopsy room. Now blood dyed its floor. Hello, Mr. Corona. My name's Gus McPherson. I'm a detective that was hired to help my client. Hello? Sir? Hello?
Huh? What are you doing here? I thought I'd locked the door. Where is my cone? What are you trying to do? Give me a heart attack?
Sorry, Mr. Corona.
Who are you and how do you know my name?
Like I said earlier, I'm Detective McPherson. Inspector Skalnick told me that I could ask you a few questions.
If Skalnick says it's okay, then it's okay.
Can you walk me through your observations of this victim?
Okay. The cause of death is like the others. The cut to the throat.
It can't be the multiple stab wounds or the evisceration itself?
No, I'm pretty sure of that.
What makes you so sure?
The one before her. The one we found in the park. She was killed in the same spot she was found. It was clear that it was the wound to her throat that killed her. The rest was probably done after.
And how did you come to that conclusion?
Because not much blood was coming from the other wounds. The heart was still beating when the throat was cut. I could tell by the amount of blood that had poured from the throat wound.
So you weren't sure about the cause of death until you saw the victim in the park?
Well, I had my doubts, but when I saw her, yes, she made things more clear.
And the same killer would use the same brutal techniques?
Precisely.
Does the victim in the park have any other differences from the rest of the victims?
Yes, the cut to her neck indicates an attack from behind. The rest, including this one, were attacked from the front. If only I had the other body, I could show you the difference.
That's okay. Really, I trust your judgment. You don't have the body, but maybe you have a file on the victim from the park?
Sure. The man who was supposed to come and get the file never showed up.
What man?
Skalnick's errand boy. He comes to get the files I make for each victim. He still hasn't come to get the one from the park.
I see. Well, I'll take Inspector Skalnick's file if you don't mind.
No, I don't really care.
Where do you keep your files?
In my safe over there. I can never remember my combination, so I wrote it on a piece of paper. I think I lost it somewhere.
What happened to your hearing, if you don't mind my asking?
It happened in the Great War. I was a medical aide. I would get the wounded from the trenches to the temporary hospital. One day we saw a wounded soldier in no man's land. We rushed to him, and a mortar shell exploded on my partner. I survived, but with hardly any hearing left.
So that's where you got your experience?
Yeah, mostly. Ironically, the war ended 3 weeks after the shell exploded.
Thank you for your time.
You're welcome.
Not a pretty sight. Poor doll. She never saw it coming. The cut to her throat is very deep. It was definitely a frontal assault. It looks like the first try at the throat missed. In every body, there's a puzzle waiting to be solved. I hate this part of my job. These were installed recently.